The enemies of Afghanistan cannot erase the history of Afghanistan, and they cannot take our honours away from us. And clearly my promise is that we will find the killers and, God willing, we will punish them. Everyone should know that we are standing in our place like a mountain. Their waists will be broken because they have no message other than evil. They fill coffins with young people and send them like savages. This is not humanity. We stand for the humanity, life and dignity of Afghanistan, and this is our volition.
A government-affiliated source has told us that Sherberghan has fallen, although it is quite nuanced and fluid. The Taliban say that they took control of the city on Saturday afternoon. They took control of the police office, the intelligence offices, the governor's compound. They even broke into the prison and released a number of prisoners. Now, the government says that they don't have full control of the city, that security forces remain at the airport and that they are planning a counter-offensive. They have started airstrikes and that they are sending in special forces and reinforcements for this counter-offensive to try to take the city of Sherberghan back. Now, if it is confirmed to be fallen, it would be the second provincial capital to fall in Afghanistan in just 2 days. And to put that into context for you, the last time a provincial capital fell was in 2015, and that was Kunduz, and that was very briefly. So very concerning for the Afghan government. We were with the Interior Minister earlier. He had to rush off for an emergency meeting with the Defence Minister and then later President Ghani. President Ghani also met with Marshal Dostum, a leader from Jozjan province, as the government here looks to see what they can do to push the Taliban back out of the city. Now, that is not the only place where there is heavy fighting. There are airstrikes and a lot of gunfire in the cities of Kandahar city, Herat, and also Lashkar Gah in Helmand.
It will very much depend on what Taliban thinking and what Taliban strategy is. Is it to take as many provincial capitals and as much territory as possible, or to go for the jugular and to aim for Kabul at the end in the larger cities and take full control of the country? My view is that the Taliban also know how much weight and how much power they have, and that they may be engaged in some kind of reinforcement of their political leverage, meaning that they want to gain as much as possible in order to use that sooner or later at the negotiating table. If you go back to even longer, to 2010, I remember that the Americans and the Talibs and others were trying to find a political solution to Afghanistan. It's been a very long war. All sides are tired, I am sure, even though the Taliban may feel they are in ascendancy. But at this point, there has to be some pressure brought upon both the Taliban as well as pressure on Kabul to be ready to compromise and be ready to agree to terms that may not be suitable to Mr. Ghani, but for the sake of the country, they may have to agree to something that is agreeable to most Afghans and can end the war and the carnage and put Afghanistan back on a peaceful track.